Good afternoon and welcome into this Friday edition of WBON TV Live at 5 here on Channel 9. Filling in for Grin to wrap up another great week on WBON TV, I'm Michael Watkins, and today on Live at 5, we look at the latest update from Frankfort as the current legislative session prepares to come to an end. We'll also look ahead to the weekend weather where the threat of storms looms large. And in sports, we get a special sneak peek at the EKU football roster with head coach Walt Wells. But first, on Live at 5, we begin things with our lead story. On Tuesday, during their regular meeting, the Richmond City Commission held their first reading of an ordinance that would amend the city's current zoning ordinance with respect to certain uses. These amendments would affect the establishment and operation of businesses, including residential care facilities, hotels, schools, and parks, among many other commercial enterprises. City commissioners heard from City Planning and Zoning Director Kevin Causey, along with City Manager Rob Meinrich, about how these changes would impact the local economy.
Well, I think it's important to point out that it makes us more business friendly for our business corridors. Just to give you an example off the top of my head going through this, in B1, it was allowed to have a dental office or a doctor's office, but you couldn't have counseling services. So Kevin's group has done a great job of going through this and tweaking it to where it's more open to business on some of these corridors where we have vacant space as well. So that's kind of the idea behind all this.
Correct, and we've took a look at existing business and industry out there. A lot of things have been going on for a long time. We don't see any issue with those. So in trying to make this a little more business friendly to the public, it's eliminating a lot of conditional uses. It's eliminating a lot of roadblocks you run into that it's just not permissible at all. So, we're dealing with possible rezoning for the public owner, or going to the Board of Adjustments for a use change, things of that nature. So what we took a look at is cleaning a lot of those possibilities and striking them out so that we're not having to spend time on things that we know is going to be okay.
These amendment changes were recommended for approval by the city's Planning and Zoning Commission and is expected to have its second reading at the city's next regular meeting. Well, attention all nonprofit organizations here in Richmond. The City of Richmond has announced that any nonprofit organization who would like to earn some extra money can do so with help from the city. In a new program announced on the City of Richmond Facebook page called Trash for Cash, the city will let you earn money while also cleaning up the environment. You can reserve your place in the program today by contacting Wanda Bailey at wbailey@richmond.ky.us. She is also located downtown at the Richmond City Hall. Well, a serious four-vehicle crash on Highway 914 and Slate Branch Road in Somerset Thursday resulted in 5 people being injured. The Somerset Fire Department responded to the scene and found 2 vehicles with occupants trapped inside. Firefighters used extricate equipment to free the individuals, providing on-scene medical care. 4 people were transported to the hospital by EMS, while 1 person was airlifted due to the severity of their injuries. The incident caused significant traffic disruption as emergency crews worked to clear the scene. Authorities are now investigating the cause of the crash. Well, in day 29 of the current legislative session in Frankfort, lawmakers spent the day looking at some of the decisions from the governor regarding several bills. With more on that and what this means moving forward, we check in once again with Keith West at the state capitol.
With only 2 days remaining in the 2025 regular session, the state legislature spent day 29 of the 30-day session debating and voting to override vetoes from the governor on several bills. 24 bills were vetoed in their entirety by the governor, and 5 bills received line-item vetoes, meaning only part of the legislation was vetoed by the governor. Some of the bills received bipartisan support for those overrides, while other more controversial pieces of legislation received more impassioned debate. Bills on topics such as diversity, equity, and inclusion, addressing occupational safety standards, focusing on Medicaid recipient requirements, among other pieces of legislation, all received a veto override from the legislature. The Senate and the House has 1 day remaining to pass bills before the General Assembly gavels out until the 2026 legislative session or until it's called into a special session by the governor. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks, Keith. Lots more to get to here on Live at 5. And while the weather this week has been kind, when we come back, we'll check in with our local meteorologist as we look ahead to what could be an eventful weekend.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow!
When it comes to having someone work on our homes, you need someone you can trust. Someone who will get the job done the right way and be with you throughout the entire process. At Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration, they will meet with you and explain what needs to be done. They won't take advantage of you during your time of need and offer free roof inspections, water damage cleanup, water remediation, and restoration, plus more services. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Online at KentuckyRoofWorks.com and on Facebook. There when you need us.
Welcome back here to Live at 5. Rain and severe storms seem to be on the horizon, with Sunday having a serious threat. As we check in with the WBON TV weather forecast, it might be a good idea to keep an umbrella on hand as you get out this weekend.
Hi there, thanks Michael, and just a reminder here, you can always share your weather photos with us. Email those to pics@WBONTV.com, and you can also share those on our Facebook page, which is, again, WBON TV. So thanks in advance. If you do send us your pictures, we will share those on TV. A pretty nice day today, but things are going to be souring as we head into the weekend. We are going to see some showers, some thunderstorms, and maybe even some severe weather by late Sunday night, early late Sunday night, early Monday morning, but the unsettled weather starting to build across the central U.S. Now, maybe a couple of very light sprinkles here tonight as we slide into Saturday morning. We are expecting things to kind of quiet down, but again, that sprinkle potential tonight. And starting out on a dry note on Saturday, but then increasing rain and rumble chance as we head through Saturday and again on Sunday with that severe threat Sunday night. So we are officially under a general thunderstorm threat for Saturday, but then on Sunday, we're sitting on the eastern edge of that enhanced severe threat. So that's a level 3 out of 5 in the severe weather scale. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that. But mild temperatures here, 76 Saturday and 71 on Sunday. We're also noting that the early part of April is going to be pretty warm, and it also looks like we have an uptick in that precipitation potential. But how about this over the next 7 days? Several rounds of showers and thunderstorms here during that time period, and we could have maybe 2 to 4 plus inches of total rainfall. But just through 7 p.m. Sunday, we're looking at maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch of total rainfall. And as I mentioned tonight, a little batch of light precipitation could potentially slide through before weather turns more unsettled the deeper into the weekend we go. So Richmond 59, Lexington 60 for tonight. Hourly temperatures getting us into the mid-70s here tomorrow afternoon. And again, a better chance of strong and possibly even severe weather, Michael, late Sunday night and into early Monday morning with cooler temperatures next week as well.
Thanks. And folks, don't forget, you can always get that weather forecast updated online at WBONTV.com. You can also find it posted daily over on the WBON TV Facebook page. To check out your extended forecast, you can find weather all the time on Channel 9 online. Well, as I looked ahead there, it looked as if the only day in the next week that might have no rain is Tuesday. And don't forget, the first Tasty Tuesdays of 2025 will take place next Tuesday on April the 1st. The event will take place from 5 to 8 p.m. with live music by Colton James and some great vendors on site, including Drea's Catfish Bucket, the Chuck Wagon, Mad Scoops Ice Cream, Chenault Vineyards, and a special guest from the Madison County Farmers Market. This event will take place every Tuesday from April into September. It's a fun time to bring the family and friends out and enjoy some outdoor activities. For more information about this weekly event taking place at Irvin McDowell Park, head on over to the Richmond Parks and Recreation Facebook page. Letcher County has a new district judge. Nick Whitaker has been appointed to the 47th District, filling the vacancy left by the tragic death of Judge Kevin Mullins, who was shot and killed in his chambers last September. Whitaker, a lifelong resident of Letcher County, brings extensive experience in the court system to his new role. He has served as a pretrial release officer, supervised drug court participants, and most recently worked as an assistant Commonwealth's attorney. He also works as a part-time prosecutor for Hatton and Watts Law Office. This appointment comes as the community continues to grapple with the ongoing case against former Letcher County Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins, who has been charged with Judge Mullins' murder. The case against Steins is still proceeding through the court system. We'll step aside for another commercial break here on Live at 5, and when we come back, we'll check in with the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, and we'll hear from EKU football coach Walt Wells on the other side.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service in a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home.
Flow.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hicks and Punson, Kentucky lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nerdad again.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Michael Watkins here with you. And this past Monday on the Sports Show, EKU head football coach Walt Wells joined Samantha and I to give us a little preview of the roster as spring practice began this week. With more from Coach, we check in with a look back at that interview on today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report.
We'll be out in helmets for the first two practices, which are Tuesday and Thursday. We'll be out there at Presnell Practice Field and, seeing what we have. We got a brand new quarterback in. Got a good quarterback competition going with Matt Morrissey graduating. We've got, Colby Lamberth, who we signed. Colby's going in his third year now.
Okay.
So I guess it was 2 or 3 years ago we signed him. Big, strong arm young man that we're anxious to see what he can do. And then we brought in Miles Burkett from University of Wisconsin, and then he transferred to Albany.
Okay.
Started for Albany last year. Coaching changed and everything went in the portal, and so we got him, and so he's here for spring ball, which is awesome. It gives us a chance to see how he's going to do. It'll be my first year without Peyton Collins at left tackle, so we've got a young man coming in from Norfolk State who started over there, Sam Estridge, and he's looked good in what he's done, but we're all in pajamas right now, so we got Saturday we'll put the pads on. We'll see where we're at.
When you talked about the quarterback position, and that's the position that everybody asks about. I've been asked about. I literally have gotten messages this past weekend about, well, what are we doing at quarterback? I was like, well, Coach Wells, you've done a great job with. Obviously, Parker was here for so long, but last year we went and got Matt, and there was a lot of good things that he did.
Kinda
exactly,
sounds like a duel again.
Yeah, so
battle.
I think it's good to have that, and I think we're in the day and age and the time in college football where. Especially when we're here at EKU, you're probably going to have that type of revolving door year in and year out, or a competition per se, maybe year in and year out.
I would love for our quarterbacks to come from the high school ranks. I would. But, nowadays, anything that comes from the high school ranks, how long are you going to keep them?
Yeah.
So we just look at it as we're going to bring in what we think is best for the football team. When we lost Matt, we didn't have anybody with any experience. Cam Herget and Colby Lamberth, and that's all we had left. So I'm sitting there looking at it, and we signed 2 freshmen, so that they're not here yet, and so we've got 2 figured out, and get those guys going and see where we're at and see what we're doing. And so we went and got Miles. We had a lot of different guys we were looking from, and we felt like he fit what we needed to do. We did a lot of Zoom sessions with him, brought him in on an official visit, and he signed. And committed to us, which is now is nice. You can do that.
Yeah.
This is the first year that you could get a transfer portal guy and have him sign something, and now he's stuck with you, and you're
That's
stuck
very
with him,
important, yeah.
which is nice because then you can move on and start building pieces around them. We moved Cam Herget to receiver, so I'm anxious to watch him do that. I think he'll bring some athleticism and size to that position, and so I'm excited about that. And so we'll see what Miles and Colby's got, and that's we've got a young man that's a walk home that'll go out there and get some reps, but it'll really be those 2 guys getting reps, and then when the 2 freshmen get here, we'll throw them into the fold and see how they do.
Talk to us about this season and who you really are excited, who we need to be excited and on the lookout for.
Well, I think some of the old names that you're going to hear are Jeremiah Bailey. I think he's a dominant D lineman. I think, Braden Latham, who's our tailback, or one of our tailbacks. I think, You saw him last year as a number 2, and he did some really good things, and I think he'll continue to improve and get better. I think at receiver, like I said, I'm excited to see what Cam Herget can do. I want to see the improvement in Jackson House. He moved from quarterback to receiver last year at the beginning of the year, and ended up getting better and better. Ron Van, Daquan Stanley, you got those guys. I think on the defensive side of the ball at DB, I think probably the best DBs we've had. Even with Mike leaving and hopefully getting drafted here in the next month. You got Vito Tisdale, who I think's, really came on and played well, probably the last 7 or 8 games of the year last year.
Yeah.
Once he got comfortable playing football again. Jaheim Ward, big safety that is going to roam the field. Braden Sullivan's a linebacker that played really well inside last year. Of course, we got an open competition where Maddox Marcellus hit the portal and went to Virginia. And then I'm anxious to see Frank Lee healthy and Gabe Stevens healthy at the jack position. Both them guys have the potential to take over a game, but they've been injured so much they haven't really done it yet. I mean, they've done it once, but we need them to be dominant,
Yeah.
And then at our outside linebacker position to the field, which we call the Sam or the medium, you got Cam Jr. and McGowan, Jaquez McGowan. And so I think those two guys, we've got some depth. We've got some experience. We got to continue to get better. Now, new guys on the rise, Tommy Ziesmer, transfer from Kentucky, from Boyle County.
Okay, yeah.
Defensive lineman who came in as a boundary end, but he also could play nose guard, which is, where we lost Ryan Jackson, who'd been there forever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We lost Darian Baker at the 3 technique, and, I'm hoping Gabe Fletcher can step up and either do that or, maybe we got to see where we're going to put everybody, but and get the best guys in the best position. That's what's so fun about spring is knock on wood, nobody gets hurt, and you can get everybody, competing and seeing where they belong. And those are the things that we've got to do a good job of putting them where they can really help and flourish, and then leaving them there and letting them learn those positions.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels! It's in here! Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game? Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At AMCO Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at AMCO the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And AMCO has a longer warranty. Come see us at AMCO Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
We're back on Live at 5, and there's plenty of good food, live music, and a little bit of Easter fun are all on the menu for this week's edition of the Weekender Report. WBON-TV Samantha Burford is back in the studio to tell you all about these local events that will take your weekend plans to the next level.
Welcome to this edition of the Weekender Report for the weekend of March 28th through March 30th. It's a weekend full of music, burgers and brews, Easter eggs, and a bike bash. I'm Samantha Burford. Let's get this weekend started. The Richmond Area Arts Council is hosting a tribute to Chris Christopherson on Friday, March 28th at 7:30 p.m. Christopherson has been known by many as one of the most influential songwriters of the 70s. He also had a successful career as an actor and was a major contributor to the outlaw movement in country music. This special tribute will perform songs spanning the length of his career. Tickets are available at artsinrichmond.org. Downtown Richmond has a new restaurant and tap room, the Blue Stallion Brewing Richmond Tap Room and Holler Burger, located at 212 West Water Street in Richmond, Kentucky. Stop in this weekend for some smash burgers and fresh cut fries, and try out something new in the tap room or enjoy one of your favorites. Check out their Facebook page for a list of daily events. Celebrate spring and bring your family for a very special Easter Bunny brunch on Saturday, March 29th at 9:30 a.m. There will be delicious food prepared by First Christian Church in Richmond. There will be a presentation of the Easter story by Pastor Patrick, and then in the morning with a good old-fashioned Easter egg hunt for plastic eggs stuffed with goodies. Call First Christian Church to RSVP. It's time for a bike party by the creek. It's the Creekside Bike Bash on Sunday from 4 to 7 p.m. at Silver Creek Bike Park in Berea, Kentucky. If you've got a bike and a passion for two wheels, you will enjoy a day of fun, community, and making memories with other riders. You can be a newbie or a seasoned pro to enjoy the pump track sessions, bike games, and bike fan vibes. Mario's Day is back at Chenault Vineyards. Join them for a special pop-up event featuring the beloved flavors of Mario's restaurant. Indulge in signature burgers, cheese fries, and more, all while enjoying the beautiful vineyard atmosphere. Reservations are required, so secure your spot on Eventbrite.com for delicious food and a fun event on Sunday, March 30th from 1 to 6 p.m. Thank you for watching this March 28th edition of the Weekender Report. If you have an event our community would be interested in, make sure to send me your information on Facebook and be sure to hit that like button and make sure to share our Weekender with your friends. Thank you for watching. I'm Samantha Burford.
Thanks, Samantha. And not only that, but folks, if you see news happening, whether it be a traffic impactor or anything like that, or if you have something coming up that you want to get out to the masses, please reach out to us on that WBON TV Facebook page. You can send us a message in the inbox there, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great weekend. As always, stay locked into the WBONTV.com website and our Facebook page for news across the weekend. We'll be right back here with you on Monday, same time and same place for WBON TV, live at 5.